Hello everybody, welcome to today's episode of the Teskey Daily Report. My name is Aaron Teskey. I bring you 100% facts, 100% of the time. I'm just your average patriot, concerned about where our country is going. Today, we're going to talk about Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein. This by now is a household name. Let's go ahead and discuss why. By now, everybody knows about his most recent arrest for many accusations of sexual interactions with minors. I have seen reports that the Miami Post has said that they have found up to 80 victims that have claimed the same accusation. When they spoke of bringing law enforcement into the equation, Epstein would have an army of lawyers dig up all the dirt they could on the girls to make them doubt their reputation. Now, Mr. Jeffrey Epstein, he owned an island named Little St. James Island. But this island went by many names: Sex Island, Orgy Island, Sin Island, or simply put, as the locals would call it, Pedophile Island. When locals were asked about Mr. Epstein and his island, they would simply describe when tourists were taken out with scuba divers to nearby areas that when they got too close, armed security guards would wander down to the beach and keep them at bay. Now, if this isn't offsetting enough, there are reports of when he bought the island and had his mansion built, that many workers were ferried there every day, and there are many reports of them seeing many young women on the island, but they were forced to keep to themselves and do your work and mind your own business. Many locals worried that he was too rich to be policed properly. Now, this same man has also been arrested on charges revolving around... Now, this same man has just recently been arrested on charges revolving around sexual activity with minors. But what about in 2008, when he had a very secretive plea deal handed down to him in Miami? Now we know that Alex Acosta has come under recent fire for his kid gloves treatment of Epstein in this previous sex offender case. But now hold on a second. While the Dems want to fire at Acosta, what about sitting Manhattan attorney Cyrus Vance, who openly went to bat for Mr. Epstein and helped him plead down to a lesser sex offender classification? This was reported in both New York Times and the New York Post. A lot of people were outraged about this. Just what per se spawned the sympathy of these two attorneys? It's almost like they had something in common. In a 2011 sex offender registry hearing, Cyrus Vance inexplicably argued to downgrade Epstein, who was required to register from the 2008 Sweetheart non-prosecution deal, from Level 3 to the less restrictive Level 1. So the Manhattan DA, who was taking money from Harvey Weinstein during that whole ordeal he went through, also did everything in his power to protect Epstein. After his first sex offender case. Let me show you a quick clip of Chris Cuomo, courtesy of our friends over at Real Clear Politics.
Well, and good luck going forward. See you. All right, now when we're talking about Epstein, you got to stick to what is common sense on these things, all right? Don't get buried in legalese. Don't follow the finger pointing, and please don't get caught up in the intrigue of who was better friends with this guy. Who cares? Let's take a look at the facts of what we know about how it was handled, okay? We are going to dissect them with one of the best investigators around. What was done that seems fine, and what was fugazi. Next.
Let's not get caught up in the legalese. Let's not point fingers at who his best friends are? Are you fucking kidding me? Let's not get caught up in who his best friends are. Oh, wait a minute. That's because his best friend is Bill Clinton. He is also openly associated with many prominent Democrats in political power or of the celebrity elite origins. Now we are speaking of a former Democratic president who is documented on the Lolita Express, according to flight logs released by Gawker.com in 2015. The Lolita Express was Epstein's private jet. Clinton claimed he had chartered it on 4 occasions between 2001 and 2003 to go to Asia, Africa, and other locations other than this island. That Epstein was a highly successful financier and a committed philanthropist. And after Epstein's arrest, he stated that he knew nothing of his heinous activities. However, according to the flight logs released by Gawker, he chartered the plane 26 times. Epstein has many other prominent sources in his black book, including Bill Clinton, with 16 different forms of contact for the Clintons, Alan Dershowitz, an esteemed Harvard professor, Ghislaine Maxwell, a daughter of a British publishing tycoon, Leslie Wexner, the CEO of the company that owns Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works, Mark Zuckerberg, we all know him, of the creator of Facebook, Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, Woody Allen, Stephen Hawking, Harvey Weinstein, Alec Baldwin, Courtney Love, and David Koch, as well as Donald Trump. So many prominent Democrats, and a few prominent celebrities, and a couple of prominent conservatives. Now, it is no secret that in the world of the elites, be it celebrities, just your average billionaires, or politicians, the act of sex trafficking of minors runs rampant. I've always promised myself and my viewers a truthful, unbiased response in subject matters like this, and truthfully, I would not be surprised to find any of the before mentioned people were actually involved with this, simply due to their stature of being involved in the elitism of America. That includes David Koch or Mr. Trump himself. I love our president. I voted for him in 2016, and I'll be voting for him again in 2020. But the fact remains, he runs in the same types of circles as these other fellows. He is another celebrity elite, and I wouldn't put it past any celebrity elite to be involved in any of this. I do, however, out of all the names, truly believe Bill Clinton went hand in hand with this gentleman. He has the reputation as a rapist and a lecher. I have seen other speculation of other brutal incidents taking place on Pedophile Island, from people witnessing others' faces and skin being cut off or slashed apart, and satanic type rituals, but cannot find substantial sources to cite, so I do not intend to go very in depth into that until finding more details. This is all I have on the specifics of Jeffrey Epstein at the moment. I have seen many remarks of Epstein willing to cooperate in turning in others he was involved with for immunity. These all started appearing about 3 days ago from the date of this recording, July 12th, and all information has gone silent since. Things could prove to be very interesting as they unfold from here on out. I will bring you more information as it is released. Could Hillary be on the move again? Alright everybody, that wraps it up for today. Again, my name is Aaron Teskey. I appreciate your time. Please, any and all feedback, send it to the email in the link below. Is more appreciated than you could possibly know. Thank you everybody. Have a great day. I appreciate your time.